on this week's episode of What Black Shirt Will Emily Wear in This Video?
Fuck. Down, yeah. I've been feeling so down, yeah. Can you tell me why?
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name's Emily. I make new videos every Sunday at 9 a.m. and have been posting more than once a week recently. So if you are not subscribed already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button below. So I was trying to come up with what video I was going to make this week, and one video that I feel like everybody wants to see is a what's on my iPhone. I don't know why people are so obsessed with what's in other people's phones. Can't say I haven't been one to watch many of those videos. So we're gonna do it. My camera battery is about to die. Why does this happen to me? Alright, we'll be back once my camera's charged. Okay, angle is probably a little bit different. It is like 3 hours later. Camera is charged and we're ready to roll. So in today's video, we are going to be going through my iPhone. Already gave y'all the lowdown on that, so we are just gonna get to screen recording. Will it still screen record after? Oh yes, perfect. Okay, so I'll pop it up on the screen. We're gonna scoot over here so that we can pop it up on the screen. Perfect. Oh no, we're gonna scoot over here because I don't want that thing on my face. Okay, lock screen. I think this is gonna cut me off, so we're gonna close out of it. But basically, it was just my New Year's resolutions. Yes, this has been my lock screen since the beginning of 2020. I kind of updated it a little bit. Like, I go back and re-look at my goals and reevaluate them, but they are mostly the same. So I'll just like keep it up there so you guys can see it for a second. But then once we open my phone, I actually do this thing, and I don't think that a lot of people do this. Maybe they do, and I just don't have friends that do, but I'm one of the only people that I know that actually puts all of my apps on the second screen. My background is a picture of my boyfriend golfing, and then all of my apps are on my second screen, and that is my only screen. I don't like having multiple screens to swipe on. I like having all of my apps in like folders and stuff. Once we get into apps, obviously we have the usual settings, maps, and then if you go into this, I have it titled BSU. Sad, I graduated, so I should probably change that, but it was because I had a bunch of apps that I mainly only used when I was at college, like Venmo, Aldi, Instacart. I think I had like my Ball State app, like our college has a few different apps that I had and stuff like that. I had like Canvas, the website that we used for like all of our assignments and stuff in here, but I since deleted those since I graduated, so I will have to go back and rename this. But Venmo, I actually really like having the Aldi app because if you have an Aldi around you, I never like shop at one specific place, honestly. Sometimes I go to Aldi, sometimes I go to Fresh Time, sometimes I'd go to Walmart, sometimes I go to a Strax, which is the grocery store by my hometown. Just kind of depends on what I need, but I really love Aldi, and so I like seeing like their weekly ads and stuff. Instacart I did use every once in a while. Probably once I get my own apartment, I'll use it more because I really enjoy it. Then clock, calculator, and then in this little travel guide, these, as you notice, a lot of these are not downloaded because I don't use them that often, but I do like to keep them on my phone so that I don't have to go back into the App Store and re-download them. So the first one is Spot Hero, and if you have never used Spot Hero, it is amazing. Basically, what it does is it goes and when you need to like park somewhere, like for me specifically, I live pretty close to Chicago. When I was at Ball State for college, I lived pretty close to Indianapolis, and whenever I travel to those cities, you can book your parking ahead of time, and on Spot Hero, it's normally a lot cheaper. So I really enjoy that app. Southwest is my preferred airline. I love Southwest, and so I have that app for when I used to travel pre-corona. If I had my iPhone, don't even think you can delete that, but I just have it on there. Compass, I don't really know why I have this on here, but I am directionally challenged, so that's why. Uber, I don't really use it in my hometown because it's such a small town that there's really no Ubers here. Tried that once, got stuck at a bar until 3 a.m. and my mom had to come pick me up because I don't have any friends around here and the Uber never showed up. But that's a story for another day. And then I have shortcuts, and then Safari, App Store, contacts, weather, all of that normal stuff. This is kind of like my, I guess it says it, finance section. I use the Sentir app because I bank with Sentir Bank. It is an Indiana only bank, so if you are watching this and you're outside of Indiana or outside of the US, you probably don't know what Sentir is. If you live in Indiana, it's a great bank. Would highly recommend. I have a Chase account too, but I don't use it. I only had it when I was a server because there are no Centiers in my college town, so I had to get a Chase account for that. But the reason that I like to have the Chase app is because it shows you your credit score for free, so I keep that on there. TJ Maxx, I do have a TJ Maxx credit card, but I pay it off like right after I use it because I like having a good credit score. So that's what I use that for, is mainly paying my TJ Maxx card, and then my phone is through AT&T, so I pay my bills on that. Photo and video, this is mainly my YouTube folder. So I have YouTube Studio. If you're not a YouTuber, you might not know what that is. It's basically where I'll go into mine. Oh no, I have to have my phone on. Okay, well hopefully nobody texts me. Basically, you go in and it shows you all of your analytics and stuff. I really enjoy this. You can go in and look at all of your videos. Keep that this video has over 15,000 views now. I'm so excited about that. So yeah, love YouTube Studio. Then we just have regular YouTube sub count. Also love this. We're at 487 currently. It just really quickly shows you your sub count. I mainly like that app for my iPad because it shows you on the iPad like over here in this area. Then voice memos. I do my voiceovers with voice memos because it comes out so much better quality than if I do it on my laptop. Notes, phone, and I don't know why this is music because it's not. This is just my miscellaneous electronic things. So the only streaming service that I have on my phone is Netflix. I do have like Hulu, Prime Video, all that good stuff, but I only have Netflix on my phone. And then I keep the music app just because I have some music stored on my phone, but I don't use Apple Music. I use Spotify, as you can see on the bottom of my screen. Smart Life and GoSund, I think that's how you say it, are both smart plugs. My Smart Life ones I don't have connected right now, which is why it's not downloaded, but the GoSund ones I do. FaceTime, and then this is mainly stuff for my work. I have a Gmail account. Outlook is what I use for my job. Comp Portals for my job. 40 Token is for my job. Teams is for my job. And Workday is for my job. So all of those things are kind of boring. And then Google Drive, of course. And then in here we have a lot going on. A lot of this is like shopping type things. Starbucks, I have a ridiculous amount of points. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, other than I didn't do it on sub count, but I always exit out of my apps right away. Like I never just really hit the home button. Then Amazon, Etsy. I don't use Wish very often because it takes like 17 years for things to come in, but I just keep it on there. Santa's bag. I mentioned that in my apps that make the iPad Pro worth it video, and when Christmas comes around, this is my saving grace. It is the best app for managing presents and gifts. It's amazing. Trust me. When the holidays come around, get it. It's great. StubHub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Wallet. Again, Uber Eats and DoorDash aren't a thing where I live, but they are in my college town and where my boyfriend lives, so I keep those on there for if I go see him. Flow Free is literally the only game that I keep on my phone, and mainly because I got pretty far in it a few years back and I didn't want to lose my progress. Relax Melodies is another app that I don't use very often, but I like to have on my phone. It has a lot of different background sounds, specifically for when I used to travel. If I was staying in like a hotel or anything, I would basically have that going, and I sleep with a fan on at my house, and so I like having a like fan noise or thunderstorms or crickets or something. I don't know. That's basically what that is for. Files and Pages is another thing that I don't use all that often, but keep on here for every once in a while. And then Health. This is the fun part and where the majority of my clicking goes. As you'll notice, I don't have Facebook on here. I used to have Facebook, but it got toxic, so I deleted it. Twitter, Instagram, I do still have Facebook Messenger because I didn't delete my account. I just deleted the app so that I would not go on it, but I still wanted to keep Messenger in case for some reason people contacted me through there, which doesn't happen often. But Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, CoStar, I need to reinstall that, but I haven't got on it recently because it just like randomly stopped sending me notifications and I couldn't figure out how to get them back, which makes me sad because I love astrology. And then of course, TikTok, that I spend way too much time on. C25K is Couch to 5K, and it is the app that I use to run. It is an amazing app. It basically gives you increments in how to run. So like the first week that I had it, it was like run for 60 seconds, walk for 90 seconds. And then the week after that, it was run for 90 seconds, walk for 20 seconds. And then I'm still in week 2, but I have been really enjoying this. I really like the app. And then these are all of like my editing apps. Facetune 2, the main thing that I love about this, actually, I should say loved, because they took it away, is the paint. Because if you notice, my Instagram has a very particular aesthetic to it, and sometimes the sky won't be blue enough. So like for example, I would go in and use the paintbrush on Facetune to paint the sky a little bit more blue to match my feed if it was like an overcast day where it was kind of gray or white or anything, but you can't do that on there anymore. So I haven't used Facetune very much recently. Lightroom, I love Lightroom. That's how I get my feed to be more aesthetically pleasing, if you will. Story art, I haven't used that as much recently, but it is a great app if you want your Instagram stories to be a little cuter. PixArt, I also like that to have like for fun stickers and stuff. Is how I manage my Instagram feed. I showed this also in my apps that make the iPad Pro worth it video. But yeah, these are the pictures I've already posted, and then these are just kind of random pictures I have up here, but you can import pictures that you have not already posted to see how they look on your feed. And then calendar, pictures, and then MyFitnessPal, I do track my calories during the week, and then I kind of just like intuitively eat on the weekends. Reminders, Spotify, I am a Spotify gal, love Spotify, and then messages. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I feel like I talked so fast, but there's another part to this video that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The new iOS 14 update. So I'm sure, especially if you're on Twitter, a lot of people have seen the new iOS 14 update, and I wanted to give you guys the lowdown. I noticed that most of my channel's good interaction comes from my electronics video. I think that that's a theme that's just really trending on YouTube right now, and so I wanted to talk about this a little bit because although I'm not like some crazy hacker genius or anything like that, I do consider myself to be tech savvy, and I think that going through this would be something that I would want to watch because I feel like what I want to bring to my channel in terms of tech is kind of the middle point of like tech savvy and layman's terms, because I feel like I talked about in my other video about the iPad Pro versus the regular iPad that a lot of times when I'm researching things about technology, it's these super high-tech, very intelligent, very smart, tech savvy YouTubers that are going all into these details that I don't really understand. So I want my channel to be kind of a middle point for that, and so that is why I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Long story short, that is why I wanted to talk to you guys about the iOS 14 update, because I think that anybody that has a Apple iPhone or Apple products are very excited about this update coming out in the fall. The iOS 14 update, I have my notes on my iPad here. The main thing that I think a lot of people have been seeing, sorry I keep playing with my hair, is the widgets on the home screen. I will pop up pictures, but it is these like little pictures of with more information from your app at a glance. So like instead of it just showing the weather app screen, it might show you like a preview of the weather that day or things like that. So I think that that's really cool, and I'm excited to see how it works. It does worry me a little bit from someone that likes to keep all of her apps on one page if they will all fit. I'm sure that even if they don't fit, I will make them fit because I don't want my apps on multiple screens. And then app libraries. Basically what this is it will automatically organize your apps. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. Obviously don't have the update yet, but that is also a big deal with this update. And then a thing that I am really excited for is compact calls. So basically it's just going to give you a preview of the call where you can actually take action on that little preview on the call. I really enjoy that because, thank you motorcycle. I really enjoy that because I think that it'll be great when you're like doing other things on your phone. Personally, I'm a multitasker. I like to be able to do multiple things at once, especially when I'm working and busy. That I am very excited for. Picture in picture. If you have an iPad, you will know what this is. Basically, how on an iPad, when you go to the home and you're FaceTiming somebody, it will give you the picture of FaceTime and you can still see the person while you're on the home screen and they can see you and it's not paused. That will be coming to iPhone as well. Pinned convos in iMessage. I really love this. So it's essentially like how there's that little like speed dial option in the calling app, but for messages. I think that'll be really helpful to have those people that you text the most at the top. This I am very excited for, and I think a lot of people will be excited for this. It is replying directly to a message in group text. So essentially, instead of having to be like at so-and-so and and not actually adding them because it's not Twitter, it's going to do that now. So not only will you be able to @ and mention people in a message so they get a notification, but you will also be able to directly reply to a message, which I think is really exciting because for me, I am a terrible person and personally put a lot of group messages on Do Not Disturb because I hate my phone getting blown up. A lot of times I'll need to respond to something that's like way up there because I haven't been on my phone in an hour, and this way you will be able to directly respond to it. So I really like that. A few other smaller things about Translate, Maps, Siri are also featured on apple.com. There is a link to go to the iOS 14 updates page where you can see like all of the updates. So if you guys want more in-depth info on Translate, Maps, Siri, all those other smaller things, you guys can go there for that. But for the sake of keeping this video a little bit shorter, I'm not going to go over those because I think that I already covered most of what people are really excited for with this new update. But another honorable mention that I am also very excited about, if you have AirPods, which I do, my sister, dad, boyfriend, they all do, and so I think that all of us will absolutely love this. It is now going to give you AirPod battery notifications, which I really like because for me personally, sometimes I just get so in the zone when I have my AirPods in, if I'm like working or running or something, that I don't hear the little like doo-doo-doo of it like dying, and then I'm really bummed when they die. So I am very excited about having AirPod battery notifications. But yeah, that is it for the iOS 14 update preview. Like I said, if you want more info, there is a page on Apple. I just Google searched iOS 14 update and then clicked on the Apple link if you guys want more information on all of that, but I thought I would give you guys a little lowdown in this video. I hope that this video gave you not only some ideas for apps that you might want on your phone or new apps to try, but also gave you the lowdown on the new iOS 14 update coming this fall. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please, please, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I am almost to 500 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe if you're not already. That is all I have for today. I will see you guys in my next video.